How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the live stream and episode here on Let's Build Twitter. So a couple things here. First off, if you guys do want access to the repository, there is a video in the description down below. As always, you can watch that and explain exactly how you gain access to it. Otherwise, if you don't want to support it that way, you can also go back through. Every single episode is uploaded in a playlist that should be linked in the description. And then also, these next few episodes, so last episode, this one, and the next two, will probably going to be a little bit shorter. The streams are going to be a little bit shorter because I am doing these kind of consecutively, just because of the way timing and everything worked out, family coming over and everything. I haven't had time to live stream, but I want to keep my backlog kind of stacked up. That way I don't run out of content. So just know that these will kind of be a little bit shorter episodes, but we should still kind of just see how far we get. I just don't want to get burned out since I'm trying to do these consecutive days. Normally I do a day, take a break a day, and then have some time off to edit and do other stuff. So since I'm doing it consecutively, I don't want to burn myself out. So last episode we worked on getting posts looking a little bit better. So now if we actually log in, we're not going to see anything currently because so unknown coder. We're not going to see anything because the database probably reset. I mean, maybe it didn't, but let's see. Put in our password. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, so the database reset because we refreshed. So if I actually just like search for Rick, maybe. Okay, showed up properly. If we go ahead and I feel like this should be filled out, but maybe it doesn't get filled out. I don't know. If we follow Rick, go back to our home. Now this is what it looks like. We got this all filled out. Now, we saw a couple bugs and a couple other things that we wanted to work on. So first off, if there is a person that is actually verified, we want to be able to show that they're verified, and maybe we can make Rick verified. And then there's a couple other things. So also the org picture and some other things. So we want to be able to actually set those up. I'm not sure how we're going to do org. I guess we might just have like a picture that we upload or something. I'm not sure, but we want to get verified working. We want to get org working, and then also we want to, I think there's a bug in our emoji because we tried to like what's poppin' like this, and then brand new, and then we click on this and we scroll down to the automobiles and then put a car. For some reason it deletes everything. So we also have a bug with that. So I think that's what we want to work on. First hop into Java code, get the verified working and that sort of stuff. And then maybe look at this emojis, try to debug it a little bit, and then see where we go from there. We also need to be able to hit this and reply to a post, hit this to repost a post, so on and so forth. So we're kind of getting somewhat close to also getting to the point where we want to update notifications and stuff like that, so that'll be interesting. But let's go ahead and hop into our Java code. So what I think we're going to want to do is let's just first close out of a few things here. We want application users, so we can keep application user open. So I think what we'll go ahead and do is I think we will, below our banner picture, we will have just a, I guess this is a boolean, and this will be private boolean, and this will be verified account or I'm gonna say verified account. And I think that we need to set up getters and setters for these. Yes, we do. I don't think we need, well, actually we'll go ahead and add an at column on this. At column. Okay, and then this will be name equal to, and we'll have verified underscore account, and then we'll also have at, so this one can be mini to one, I believe. Hopefully I did this right. So basically many users can have a single org, so private image organization. And I don't know if we need to do anything else for many to one. Maybe we look at our post. We might need to like have a column or something, or cascade type or something like that. So let's see, main one just has at join column. So I can do that. At join column will be organization ID or something. I don't know. So we'll say name equal to organization underscore ID. And this one is nullable equal to true. So that one can be null. Whoops, I'm trying to use this like it's Vim. And then this one, I think we'll also want to go ahead and set this one nullable equal to true as well. Just because we're not going to have it set up whenever we create the table. So let's just go to the bottom of this. Delete this toString. Goodness, let's go ahead and generate getters and setters. So generate, and we'll do getter and setter for both of those. And then we'll also go ahead and right click and generate a toString. Oh, cancel. We might want that, but let's just generate a toString. Cool. All right, good. So go ahead and save that. So that's good to go. Now we have our organization and all this stuff. I don't know why it says these ones are being used, but these ones aren't. Maybe, who knows. But anyway, so there's that. So now if we refresh our application, we should have a new field on our database. And hopefully this doesn't crash, because otherwise we're going to have to go through and make all new data. Of course, error constraint users does not exist. Let's see. Let's see. Drop constraint. Table users. Drop constraint. Yada, yada, yada. Let's go into our resources and application.properties. And we'll do create drop. And try that. See if that works. Maybe something weird happened. Trying to set this up when we refreshed. Yep, okay, so it just something didn't work out right. So now if we wanted to, we could go ahead and have, if we go into our application, and now we can go ahead and say like u.set verified account, and we can say that we're true, that we are verified. And then let's see if the image upload still works. Which I guess we need to like maybe set up a new thing inside of image controller, right? So if we go to image controller, we probably want to set up a new. So this one is just to save, handle photo exception. That's to download image. What about our services? So if we go into our service, what does our post service or our image service look like? So I'm guessing there's just probably like a save. Yeah, there's just a save image. There's an upload image. So we probably want upload image, and then it takes the file. So it's been a minute since I messed with the image stuff, so that's why I wanted to look at this and see how it worked. So maybe we go into our user service. So I'm guessing that's where our profile picture is, which maybe it's not. Yeah, set banner profile picture. So let's go ahead and maybe we go ahead and set up a banner, not a banner picture, but a whatever it's called, organization. And maybe this returns a, do we want to return an image, or I'm trying to think about what we want this to return. I mean, we could return the application user. I don't know that we need to return the application user. I'm more inclined to return, because image service, what does image service return? Whenever we, so this one returns an image. My goodness, and this returns a byte array. So I think maybe we return a byte array, and we look at how the image controller works whenever it returns an image. So image controller, let's just move stuff around, returns a response entity with a byte array. So yeah, let's go ahead and return a byte array then. So let's go into our user service and whoops. Let's go ahead and say public, and we'll say byte array. And this will be set user organization. And this will take in, I'm not sure, I guess this will take in the multi-part file. We might also need the username, I guess, because I think that's typically what we've been searching by. So it's a string username, and then we'll also bring in this multi-part file. And we're not going to put a prefix on this. We'll just name it like org dash or something. So we'll go ahead and do this. So now we're going to do something similar where we'll just go ahead and say application user is equal to user service, actually be user repo dot find by username, pass in that username, and then handle the exception dot or else throw. Oops, if I could type, or else throw, and then this will be a username user does not exist exception new. Okay, so we'll get that application user, and then we're gonna do something similar again where we do image service and then upload image. Although we're gonna want to be able to search for the image first to see if it exists, I think, because the thing is that some people are gonna be like in the same organization basically. So in our image service, whenever we upload an image, take a multi-part file, we get the file extension, and then we create a temporary file. So what I'm thinking is maybe we make a special one for organization. And maybe we should have made special ones for each of these just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. I think I wanted to compress it a little bit. But let's go ahead and say public create organization or something. It'll take in the multi-part file, and it'll also take in the string prefix. And we also might want to find a file by image name, maybe. So we might need to get that from the image controller or image repository. We might need to make one of those. I don't know if we have that. So let's actually look at the image repository. We do have find image by name. Perfect. So let's go ahead and say this. So first we'll say a public image, and this will be create, and this will be create organization, and this will take in a multi-part file, and then this will take in a string organization name, right? And what we'll go ahead and do, we'll go ahead and throws an unable to save photo exception. I don't know how we're going to allow people to join an organization or start an organization. That's something for a different day, but it is what it is. Now we are going to do something similar here, where we try and catch an exception, IO exception, e.print stack trace, just so we can see what's going on. And we'll throw a new unable to save photo exception. Okay, and let's go ahead, and it's because we haven't done anything yet. That's fine. So it's a string extension. So this is literally going to be more or less the same, plus file.get content type dot split, whoops, split, and then go ahead and slash and get the second part of it. I'm not sure when it's gonna end. It's basically just ongoing. I'm hoping to get it done at some point this year, but it's probably still going to be a while. So now we can go ahead and make a file. So file org image is equal to file create. I don't know if I want to create a temp file or just if I just want to say like a new file. What do I want to say? I wonder if I can say file, new file. I have no idea if this will work or not. We won't have a prefix. I don't know if it takes an extension. So let's look at the file. Let's see how we can create a new file in Java. So create a file. Let's say image file in Java. Let's see. Buffer to image. I don't know if this is what we want though. I want to use file. Image io.write. Buffered image. AWT. That's not what I want. I don't want to display. I just want to save. Let's just go ahead and say save an image or save a file with Java. New file. Okay. That's what we were thinking. Let's see here. Final paths, files.new buffered writer. The new API is much more simple. This is using a path equal to, and then gets this. This one, it gets a list of files. I want to look at Java file class. Let's see if we can get some documentation on the file class. Oh, here we go. Constructors, we have file parent string child, the path name, and then the URI. I don't know what child is. Creates a new file instance by converting the path string to an abstract path name. So maybe we try this. But path name, I'm not sure what path name would be. So like, I feel like path name would probably be like organization name. Actually, I feel like it'd be like directory. Which I don't know if directory is even going to work anymore, because directory is probably something different. Well, that might be the same actually. We can see what happens. Directory, I'm thinking it's going to be like plus. Is there a slash have to do that? No. So like plus this, plus organization name, plus extension. I feel like that would be the file that it wants. Still mad at us to this, that's fine. And then what do we want to do here? Now to actually write said file. So there's a create new file. Atomically creates a new empty file name with this abstract path name if and only if a file with that name does not exist yet. So I wonder if I could say dot create new file. So if we said, this doesn't take in any data, right? It's like, now what if I said org image dot create new file? And what is this complaining about? So it's ignored. Oh, it's because we're not storing anything. Okay, that's fine. So we'll say, does this just return a file? Public boolean. Oh, okay, well I don't care. This one also says file.transfer to and then image. So maybe before we create the file, we say org image.transfer to. Although that doesn't work. File. Oh wait, because we want file dot transfer to. We'll transfer it to org image. We'll say org img dot create new file, and then we'll just see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna work. And then next we can go ahead and say, because here actually we said this first. So maybe we want to create the file first. And then we want to say org image transfer to. Then we can say string image URL equal to URL plus, and we can say org img get name, which should just be the organization name. And then finally we can go ahead and say image I and do all this stuff. So I'm just going to copy all of this because it's the same steps. So image I is going to be equal to org image.get name, file.get content type, org image.get path, and image URL. And sure. And then image saved is equal to, what is this? It's redundant because we could just return saved. Sure. So we can copy this, paste this, and get rid of this. Return this. Okay. So I have no clue if this is going to work or not. We also want to check to make sure the organization doesn't exist yet. I don't get image type. I think we want to go ahead and set up a get image by image name really quick, and this will be really simple. So public image get image by image name, do string name. This is going to be dead simple, return image repository, and then find image by name, pass in the name dot what should we do? Maybe because we can't return like an empty string. We have to return like an image here. So we almost have to throw. I don't know if we have an image does not exist exception. Image does, no it doesn't. What do we want to do here? How do I start coding a new what? What do we want to do here? I guess let's go ahead and say image does not exist exception. Let's see, postman does exist, unable to resolve. We have unable to resolve photo, so let's try to say that. Unable to resolve photo exception, that'll probably work. Let's see, this is, yo, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that, for the subscription. I guess we'll just say this throws, oops, this will throws an unable to save photo exception. That's still not the problem. Is this not an optional? It is an optional. Return image repository dot find by image name, pass in the name, unhandled exceptions. Oh, I did the wrong thing. This should be unable to resolve. Okay. And this is going to be useful for us in a second whenever we save the organization. So let's go ahead and come back into user service. And inside user service, whenever we set user organization, we have this. We also need, well, I guess, we need the name of the organization, right? How do we want to do this? We should almost have a... Oh yeah, we should almost, I think, have an image controller endpoint to create it. And then we can go ahead and say like string. Although, how do we want to do this? Because for our image service, we took in the name of it, right? In a multi-part file and an organization name. Because I don't know if we want to force the user to have to pass in a file every time. So maybe what we can do is we'll have the image or the multi-part file be optional, and if it's null, we just won't use it, right? So for set user organization of the username, we'll have the multi-part file. So I forgot what this was called already. Multi-part file and file, and then we'll have a string org name. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and catch e. This is an unable to resolve photo exception, I think. Resolve photo exception E. Okay, and this is gonna complain for a second. We're gonna say up here, we'll say image org is equal to this, and then we'll go ahead and do is we'll say try org is equal to, and this will be image service dot, and then we'll get image by image name and then pass in the org name. If we catch an exception here, we'll go ahead and say boolean is, I don't want to call it is valid, maybe we'll say boolean org exists equal to true. And then we'll do this. So here, if this works out, we'll just do some logic in there. Otherwise, we'll say org exists equal to false. Although actually what we could do instead, let's actually do this instead. Inside of image service, let's actually return an optional image and get image by image name. And let's go ahead and import optional. And then we're just go ahead and return this. Right? And then we can go ahead and do some logic. So if we come back into user service, so we can actually get rid of this try catch and clean all this up. So I'm gonna say image, and we'll say org image is equal to, and then we'll go ahead and say org name, not org name, image service dot, and then get image by image name, and then pass in the org name. And then otherwise we'll say dot or else. And then here, this needs to return an image. So let's just go ahead and, I forget we could do this. I think it's just, we do something like this. Maybe not. How do we do this? I forget to use or else. Let me look up or else in optionals. So Java optional or else example. So for or else, it's going to take in like a lambda or something. So let's just call it a function or a method. We should be able to give it a lambda. Yeah, so we can just give it a lambda like this. So we're going to say or else, and we're going to do a lambda here. Right, and this needs to return an image. So let's just go ahead and return new image to get it off our back for now. Let's see. Target type lambda must be an interface. Is this not what we want? I'm pretty sure we want to return or else get random name. It can't just be. Do we need to say or else get here? There we go. Okay, now we can do or else get. And then we'll do some logic in here. What is this problem? Because it still throws. Let's go ahead and get rid of this throws because it does no longer throw this. Save that. And cool. So here we'll either get the org name or do something else. And then we can you please do what I want you to? That was too far. Okay. Although, yeah, we do want it here, right? Cool. So we'll deal with that. So let's see here. So if we don't have an image, then we want to go ahead and save this file with the user service or the image service and then return it. So instead of our image service, we can go ahead and, I guess, upload image or create organization is what we actually want because we want to give it a special name. Now here's the thing, I have no clue if this is going to work, so this is going to be interesting to test. So in user service, we'll go ahead and say image. Yeah, I guess we can say, or can we just return this actually? We can probably just return image service dot create organization. We have the multi-part file, and then we'll have the org name. And what is your problem? Expected this or this. Oh, this should just be file. My bad. And let me guess, this could throw an exception. So this is what's going to get a little bit muddy. How do we want to deal with this? Because this could throw an unable to create exception, right? So this is interesting. What do we want to do about this exception? I mean, we could just surround it in a try catch and do nothing, I suppose. I don't know if we set throws up here, if this will... I don't think this will work. Because this is like its own little thing. We could try throwing this. Throws unable to save photo exception. Again, I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, because inside here. So we're going to have to wrap this in a try catch, I guess. And then the issue is that... Issue here. We can still try this. I guess we'll just return null, which is not the best thing to do. That's kind of the whole point of an optional, I guess. What do we want to do here? I guess we can make this also an optional. But that's kind of silly. So this is an unable to save photo exception E, right? And now the issue is going to be that, so I wonder if we can't throw an exception though, I don't think. I mean, we probably could. So what if we... I don't think we can throw in here. That's the issue. Throw unable to save photo exception. I think... yeah. What if we surround this in a try catch? Will this fix this issue? I really just want to more or less propagate this up. But I don't think this is going to fix it either, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not going to. So, I guess we'll just return null, which kind of defeats the purpose of this whole guy here, but it is what it is, I guess. We could say this is a nullable. But I don't remember where this comes from. There's like a, maybe it's optional dot of nullable. Whatever, I guess we'll just return null and check for it. Kind of defeats the purpose of the whole optional thing, but it is what it is. So then we'll just say like, say if org image is not equal to null, right? And what we could do is if the org image is not null, we'll do something, otherwise we'll throw like an unable to save photo exception or something. So else throw a new unable to we'll just do this, and then this will throw this, throws unable to resolve photo exception. So we were unable to find or save the organization photo. I want to add a message to this really quick, so let's go into our unable to resolve photo, and we'll say public unable to resolve photo exception, string message, super message. Okay, so that's fine, and that should be fine. Where's our red at? It's because we're not returning anything. So here we need to return the byte array, so that'll be interesting. But what we're going to do first is we need to go ahead and set up all this other stuff. So now I think we have the image, so now I think we just need to set the organization. So I think we can go ahead, because we should have the org image, and I think we want to set the org image equal to like the URL. So I think we say user.set organization. We're going to set this to org image, and then we want to get the image URL, except this is the actual shoot. Do we want this to be a string, or although whenever we get an image, because how does this actually work? I forget how this even works for like the profile picture, right? Because we just get a slash by file name. But I think the issue is going to be that let's see what happens, because we actually want the image in here. We might want to set this to like a string that can be nullable maybe. We'll set this, and then we will return user repo. Actually, no, we want to return the image. So we will say user repo.save. We'll save the user after we updated it. And then how do I actually get, let's see. So how do I get the byte array? So file.readAllBytes. Sure. How's it going, Cosmic? Let's go ahead and copy this really quick. And come back to our user service. And down here, we'll go ahead and return files dot read all bytes, new file, and then instead of file path, it'll be, we might not even need to say, we should have the file path in org image.get image path. And I'm guessing that this could catch an exception as well. So again, we'll try catch this. This is getting a little bit messy. I'm doing all this work for it to not even work, so that's gonna be fun. Catch and IO exception E. I believe that's what it is. And then here also just throw unable to resolve photo exception as well. Except this one, we want to throw new. There we go. Okay, so now we can set the user organization by sending in a username, multi-part file, and org name. And this is going to be interesting because I don't remember how to send both. We might have to look at our post controller, or not post controller for the one with media. So this one has request part post, request part media, and then the post actually gets sent in. Okay, I don't think that's gonna be too bad because it's just a string as well. So let's go into our user controller and let's go ahead and say, I guess we'll do a post mapping again. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and say at post mapping to /organization. And now the thing is, realistically, someone else would be giving you access to this token or this organization. You wouldn't be doing it yourself. So we'd probably want to go ahead and say public, and this will be, what will this be? Let me think really for a second. I think we did response entity a byte array. Response entity of byte. Whoops. Array. Like that. So we go into image service or image controller. Response entity a byte array. I don't know that if it matters. And this will be we'll just go ahead and call it set user organization, I guess. And we will go ahead and pass in multiple parts, I guess. I don't remember how to do this. And my old Postman collection is deleted. So this is going to be interesting. I'm gonna have to go back into some of my old videos maybe and figure it out. But let's go ahead and just return a response entity of byte array. Excuse me. Whoops. Dot maybe we set say response entity dot, and then we'll say, do we want to say okay? Do we want to say created? Although that's a URI. We'll say okay, I guess. And then we'll just do that for now. Okay. So we're going to want to go ahead and we need a few things. So we're going to have to do like the part thing. So we're going to have to say, if we go into our image controller, or actually it's post controller, we have request part, post, request part media. So we're going to have at request part for user. So user controller at request part will be user, and this will be string user. And then at request part, and then this will be, I guess this will be the multi-part file. So this will be file and multi-part file, and at request part, and then this will be organization, and this will be string organization. Okay. So now getting access to these, I don't think it's that hard. If we go into image controller, or not image controller, our post controller, we just go ahead and pass in the file and all of that stuff. So now we can go ahead and say byte array, and we'll go ahead and say org is equal to, and we'll say user service dot set user organization. We have the user, we have the file, and we have the org name, organization, and this could throw an exception. So let's go ahead and deal with that. So add exception, call signature, could throw this. What is your problem now? Okay, I guess it has to be this, so that's fine. Set this up. This is a byte array. So now we can say org and do that. So theoretically, this should set the user organization. I have to look at how to do the request part. I don't think it's that difficult. But I'm also very concerned that this is even going to work at all. So this will be interesting. And this should also be authorized and everything. So if we refresh this, let's go ahead and do this. We'll log in, get a token, although the token might still be good. So if we hop in to Postman, and my Postman's still been acting up. I don't know if it's a bad version or what the issue is, but it's kind of weird. It just like, no, I do not want to do that. So if we go to our collections, and we don't need that for that. Feed, I think we need to be authorized. Yeah, so if we can get our feed, and I'm guessing that's my person. 200, okay, we restarted it, so that makes sense. So if we follow Rick, and I think it just goes based off your headers. Okay, Noah's assigned, verify count, a primitive type setter. Okay, so we found our first issue. The null value was assigned to property class that. That should be fine. Nested exception. We wanted to be nullable though. Okay, so we haven't even made it that far, and we already have an issue, so that's fun. User service follow user. Why is that an issue? User service, what are we doing here? Follow user. So we just get the followee. That's fine. Get the user. Get the other user. Why does it care if it's null? I don't know why it cares. Cannot set Boolean field verified account to a null value. Okay. So if we go to application user, we'll set this to an object. And that should be able to be set to null. Let's try this again. I believe that should be able to be set to null. We'll see what happens in a second, I guess. Okay, so if we try to follow a user again. Okay, it still doesn't let it to be, cannot invoke, cannot write JSON. Okay. Although this didn't, users does not exist. Okay, we got the error again. Let me refresh this. This might be a little bit more annoying than I thought it would be. I didn't want to have to refresh everything. Yeah. Although it's not write JSON because this dot verified is null. Cannot invoke Java Boolean value. Okay. So it's an issue with, it says that it can't write it. It's JSON mapper. We don't want to JSON ignore this. I wonder if we set, I wonder if we come in here and in get is verified. What if we set these to Boolean and Boolean for one thing? And I'm wondering if we can say like if verified account is equal to null, return false. Whoops. I wonder if we can override that and see if we can get Jackson to work. If not, we're going to have to basically recreate all of our users, which I really don't want to have to do. So that's no fun. There we go. Okay. So I guess it's enabled. Yeah, I thought there was a verified though. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that in here there's already a verified. And it came from, maybe it's just enabled, I guess. So I guess we could just done verified, but it's fine. So yeah, if we go ahead and set this to false here, so if we don't have anything in there, set to false. Cool. So that's fine. Organization can also be null, but this is an object, so I don't think it cares if that one's null. It just cares, whoops. Because if we look at organization, it's found that being null, but it wanted verified to be true or false or something. So, okay, that's a good start. So we are logged in, and if we click on feed, we should see, yep, we see Rick's post. Our post got deleted. That's fine. So inside user, let's go ahead and make a new request. This will be a post request. And this push request will be to /organization, I think. And I'm scared to close Postman, so I'm gonna move it to the side. And let's go to the user controller. And yep, it just goes to /organization. And this will be to http:// localhost 8000/user/organization. And now I have to remember how to do this. So the body, I think, has to be like XML form encoded or something like this. And I think or maybe it's not this, maybe it's form data. You can put file. So I think it's form data. So here we can put like user. And let me double check. So that's actually what we want. Again, I'm gonna move to the side. So we want user, file, and organization. So here we'll say user, and user is unknown coder. File I don't know if I have my file on hand. Let me look at my images really quick. Pictures. I don't have any pictures, so that's good. Let me grab an image really quick. So I'm just gonna grab my. I have my, or I should have my unknown coder logo in my personal drive. I just cleared my computer not too long ago, so that's why I don't have any images. So let's see here. Where's just my folders? I don't think I deleted these. You know what? It might be on. It might be in my documents, old PC data. Yeah, except it's a zip file. So let me extract. Ooh, this is gonna take forever. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't kill my encoding. It might kill my encoding. We'll see. Let's go ahead and let this dude sing. Okay, and I believe somewhere inside this desktop images. Yep, okay, I wonder if I can drop this. So file, and can I drag and drop? Incorrect format. It's literally just a PNG, my guy. So if we come back in here, go back in documents, go back into old PC data and desktop images and grab unknown coder PNG. It's not in your working directory. It is in my working directory. I'm not uploading to the team. Yeah, you can screw off on that. But anyway, so there's a file, and then finally we have organization. And let's just say unknown coders or something. So if we hit this, best case scenario, if we hit this, best case scenario is that it uploads an image to my file system. Worst case scenario, we get a 500. Or we could also get 401 unauthorized because we don't have our header. So header will be authorization, and we'll have a bearer space, and let's just grab our bearer token. I know a way of just copying this into a file, or not a file, a variable. I should really do that. If we go ahead and send it, 400 request part organization is not present. Did I spell organization wrong? Body, I did spell organization wrong. Okay. So we got data back. It is a PNG. You know, I am actually surprised that that went through. Like, extremely surprised that went through. Now, I wish there was an easy way just to get the user. Let's just go into dbeaver. Now, I don't want to lose my postman. And we come into FwitterDB, databases, and let's just look at, I just want to see what the user looks like. So if we go into tables and go into users, and we probably have users open, but let's just open this up, look at the data. So if we come down here, this is me, and organization ID is just 2, and it just links to this. So it looks like it added unknowncoders.png, and we have the image URL. So that seems good. Now, I honestly would rather it be like have the URL just right there. I don't know how I was dealing with the profile picture, but I think I'd rather store the link. Well, I guess let's figure out a way to work around this. Maybe whenever we, but I guess, yeah, whenever we get the user, we'll get all the data, so that's fine. I'm surprised that worked that easily. To be completely honest with you guys, I figured that would just not work whatsoever. So we got the image back, so that's cool. So we can figure out how to save that whenever we set the organization. And then whenever we go to the user's profile, we could also go ahead and grab it as well. Because it's not JSON node, I don't think. Now the question is if okay, image. So there is a post here. I don't know what this is from. And then we have unknown coders PNG. I wonder if... Did this somehow... Did this trigger like 2 requests? Or is this still left over from the last time I did this? I'm gonna delete this. And we come back in here. And let's call this just like test or something. And go ahead and send. Okay, it's fine. And I refresh this. Okay, there's just one in there. I thought that maybe it was broken, but it's fine. Okay, cool, it's fine. So that's actually working, surprisingly. I can't believe that actually just worked like that. And I'm sure if there's some other issues. So now if we also, you know, just search unknown coders, excuse me, it should just grab that. So now, I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I think this is just fine, honestly. I think what we can do is hop back into the front end and start working on displaying everything that we want, like the verified and other stuff. We can also look for verified and other things as well inside the other list. So now if we come back into our front end, first thing we need to do is go back into our, let's see, we need to go back into, I think it's our interfaces, wherever our shared interfaces are, global interfaces. And now our user is going to have verified account, which is a Boolean, and this is going to break a lot of stuff, so that'll be fun. And it's also going to have organization, which is an image. This says string, so maybe we just set it as a string, and we'll set it whenever we get the user or whatever. So let's go ahead and, so I think, I'm trying to think about how we want to deal with this. So yeah, so logged in is going to be complaining. So I guess let's go into the user slice, and this is going to complain. Because whenever we log in, we're not setting this. So let's scroll down here. So now we're going to go ahead and say, this isn't going to work because the picture that we get back, so the user profile picture we get back isn't just a string. So we're going to have to work on that. I just realized, so that's going to be fun. But we can say, we can at least go ahead and say verified account is action.payload, and we can go ahead and say .logged in .user, and then this will be verified account. And then we'll also go ahead and say that our organization action.payload logged in dot user dot organization. And this is complaining because object literal may specify no properties. Organization is not listed in type. Did you mean to write and I spelled organization wrong? Of course I did. Organization, user slice organization. We also need to add this to our get user. Actually, we just set logged in equal to logged in, which will not work. Okay, so we're gonna have issues. Do we have an image? No, so we're gonna need a So I don't know what this is gonna return. So if we return feed, although Rick isn't gonna have any post, do we have just a get user? We've got to have just a get user, right? Go into our user controller, slash to update, slash to follow, followers, slash username. Yeah, so we're gonna use this guy. And hopefully, cool. So we're gonna go to here and we're gonna go ahead and add a request. And this is gonna be the slash username. And this will be HTTP. I just want to see what this image looks like. And user, we'll go ahead and say, I don't know if I have an uppercase, so I'm gonna be careful. This, I don't know if you need a token, so I'll go ahead and add a token anyway. So headers, authorization, and we'll say bear. Let's go ahead and pass in the bear token from here. Again, I really need to set it up so we can just save, but it is what it is. Okay, so if we send this, so yeah, it comes in with an image ID. The image name is test.ping. Interesting, it reset it. That's interesting. And then image URL is images test.png. Okay, so really, we need to check if it's null first. And then, if it's not null, we need to get the image URL basically. So what we can do is this. Let's go back into our code in VS Code. I'm not gonna make a thing here. I mean, I could, except again, one of these could be null. Like profile picture could be null. Banner picture we know. Like I could make an interface here that is null, or which might be easier. And if we get it back, we get it back. If not, whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and say export interface. And we'll say image info maybe. And image info is going to have these properties on it: image ID, image URL, and whatever. So image ID will be a number. Image name will be a string. Image name, or image type will be a string. This one doesn't really matter that much. I'm just trying to keep it kind of the same. And then image URL. And then this will also be a string. And what we can do is we can check to see if it's null or not. And if it is null, do one thing. If it's not null, do something else. I think the idea should be eventually make it so these aren't all null, but it is what it is. So now here, profile picture be banner or image info, or it'll be null. Same thing here, banner picture will be this or this. And then same thing for organization. And we can double check to make sure that these exist. And this shouldn't break the user slice because we can still just grab the organization, the banner picture, and the profile picture. And same thing here, we can just set it. But now obviously other things are going to break, and that's fine. So here in post, so I don't know why. Oh, it's because here we're going to want author.profilepicture.image URL. Okay, save that. And then now it's also broken in, where is this at? Profile. So we can also fix profile really quick. So let's go into, and this is in profile what? Profile follow section. So again, here, profile picture, we'll go ahead and say profile pic. Actually, no, that's fine. It is inside of the actual profile.tsx. So here we'll say question mark. Oops. Ooh. Because aren't we already inside of our profile? Let's go back to our profile thing that we were just looking at, wherever it is, follow section. So I think we're already checking. Oh, am I in the wrong? No. Image. Yeah, profile picture, question mark. We say profile picture, otherwise we do this. So what we do here, I guess, instead of passing a string, we pass in the image info, maybe. And we'll say, if we have a profile picture, if it's not null, we'll say profile picture image URL. Otherwise, we'll do PFP. That should fix that. And then it still does not like it. That should be fine though. Is it because here? I guess it could be null, right? So I guess we'll say or null. That'll probably fix it, maybe. Okay, now our discovery search dropdown. Let's go ahead and find that. So wherever discovery is. So discovery components, and this is going to be the dropdown results. Dropdown result.tsx. So here, instead of a string, because I'm guessing we do the same thing here. If we have a PFP, we display it. Otherwise, do default PFP. So this will also be an image info or null. And then we'll just pass that. And then if we have a PFP, we'll say PFP.image URL. Once again, set up that. And okay, so we have everything working. So now inside of verified and organization. So organization, we have an and. We're going to need to set up, so organization is also going to be an image info and null. Ooh, we also need to set up private, but we can fix that. So this will be image info or null. So if organization, this will be perfectly fine. We can say organization.image URL, just like that. That works. We need to set up private. So that's something I completely forgot about. Let's see. So yeah. So now verified also. So verified, that can be a Boolean. We'll pass that in. So now we need to go into our whatever this is, discovery search dropdown. So let's actually go into our dropdown, discovery search dropdown.tsx, and we should have like a list of users basically. Yep, so we have user.profilepicture, which I think we just fixed, but I don't know for sure. Dropdown results. Yep, we just fixed that. We have the nickname, so verified would be user.verified account, I believe is what we called it, verified account. And organization will be user.organization. So now if they have the organization, that should be good. So now there's two things we need to fix. One is the profile. So the profile top bar we need to go to, because organization should actually be profile user.organization, and this is going to break. And then profile, I guess we have the profile picture here. So I'm going to go to the profile top bar. And I knew we were going to do a bunch of refactoring and stuff. So this is perfectly fine. So now in our profile top bar, wherever profile is, profile top bar at TSX. So now, instead of organization, well, this is actually fine. So here, organization is going to be image info, info, or null. So here, we're going to say organization.image URL. So that's good to go. And I think that is everything here. So I don't know if we can search for ourselves, but I think I put verified to true on unknown coder. We can just double check this by going to this. So verified true, we also set an organization. So if I look for unknown coder, okay, so that image is way too big, but you can see that it's there. So I think we need to fix that. So let's see what's going on with organization inside the search dropdown result. So we're kind of all over the place right now, but it's fine. Search dropdown results, organization, discovery search dropdown organization. Do we never do this? This is discovery search dropdown result, CSS. We must not ever do this. Doesn't look like it. So I think do this, and we'll say width is 20px maybe. Height is 20px. And image fit, or is it image cover? What is this? It's not align. Fit? Is it fit? No, is it fill? No, I forget. I always forget to center an image or make an image fit in CSS. CSS, make an image fit. Object fit. So we want object fit, and we want it to be cover. And I think that might do it. So now if we come back in here, except we don't have a username, so that's why it looks jank. I think that might be big enough. That's probably fine. Honestly, and I'm verified, so you can see. Now if we go back to like Rick, you can see he's not verified. He doesn't have that. So that looks good. And if we also go to profile, so I forget how to actually go to, I don't remember. So if we get, say, Rick, click on Rick's profile. So now if we say unknown coder, okay, it's broken. So that's cool. I don't know why that didn't work. So that's kind of troubling. So this is just automatically popping up still. So we need to figure out, let's go to the profile top bar. So, is verified. So I guess we're not setting it in profile. Is verified needs to be profile user dot is actually verified account. So why could I not? So fetch user. If there's a token, fetch the user. Fetch profile user. User.user ID. Let's user post actually. Fetch user. We get the user by that username. No, the username should be fine. Ooh, you know what? Did I do... No, it's unknown coder in all lowercase. I was gonna say, did I accidentally put in like uppercase or something? There we go. Okay. I must have put in uppercase. Cool. I don't have a profile picture. I don't have a username. But there's that. Okay, come back to here. So I think we just need to set it up on the actual post itself now. So let's go into post.tsx. So add verified once I add verified to the user. I think also maybe there's supposed to be, well, actually no. I don't think there'd be a lock. I think it just wouldn't show content to people. There's like a lock icon on a like lockdown account, a private account. So I need to go ahead and set that up on the back end as well. So let's just go ahead and do this. So here we'll say, we have the profile. No, we don't have the profile user, but we should have the author, right? Author dot verified account. And then I want the verified. So this was in, I guess, in the top bar. I'm just gonna grab this verified icon. It's 20 by 20, and that should be fine. Now we go back to our post, paste that in, clean this up. Okay, thank you for that. Clean this up a little bit, and I guess we'll do that. Do this and this, and let's go and import this maybe. Okay, never mind, it's not gonna let me. So let's just import it from here. So icon, verified icon, paste it in the top. So now if I am verified, so now if we come back to unknown coder, you can see, although I already had it up there. Oh, wait, what? Oh, this is post, right? I need to go back to my, I'm looking at post. So like, if I say hello and post, I don't know what's going on with that. That should be updating. So that's something else we need to look into. Lots of bugs to fix. Now you can see we have the icon, and then we can also go in our post and do this guy. So we can do the org. So here we'll go ahead and say author.organization. And so this can be null or something else. Otherwise, we'll do an image, the class name equal to, and let's see, this will be equal to, what do I want this to be equal to? So I guess this will be post, whoops, dash organization, I suppose. And we'll have to have an alt on it. So we'll say, we'll go ahead and say this, backticks, and we'll say $ curly brace, author, dot, and we'll go ahead and say username, I guess, because that's always filled out, comma, and we'll go ahead and say organization. Okay, and let's go ahead. I think we have an extra one of these guys. Do that. Okay. And then now we need the source. So our src will be equal to, and then this will be author and dot organization question mark. And actually no, organization does exist. So we just go ahead and say URL. And now obviously we need to set this. So go ahead and say post organization and go into our post.css. So let's see here, post CSS, and just put at the bottom, I guess, .post CSS. So again, width is 20px, height would be 20px, and this might be too big, I don't know. And then object fit, was that what it was? Yeah, object fit is cover. Now we can see that I have my organization verified. Rick does not have an organization. Let me double check Twitter. I think that's what it does, but I don't 100% know. That should be the right order. So yes, it goes. I'm trying to find someone with an organization. Yep, so it goes that. Cool. So I think we could probably call it there, but I kind of want to quickly look to see if we can do the conversion for the post really quick. So this convert post to this. So right now, basically, we need to see how old it is. So if it's less than 1 day old, we want to get the, let's see, if it's less than 1 day old, then we want to get how many hours ago it was posted. So let's see. What can we do here? So I think we can get the current date. So we have the posted date, right? So what we could do is, I'm trying to think about what we want to do here. We're also gonna need to probably like set some posts or something for Rick, maybe. I don't know. We'll need to set like the posted date to something strange, but let's see here. So D, we might also want to say let today equal to, and then new date. Can we say date.now? We could also do that. Either way, so we have the date it was posted. We have today. So I think we could say like, because we can get like hours. So like d.get hours, but I think that this is going to get like what time it was set. We can get time, the full year. So let's do a little bit of searching here. So JS determine if two dates are less than 24 hours apart. Calculate the number of days between two dates. Let's see. Got two dates here. Calculating the difference in two dates and time. So I guess if it's less than a day, then we'll get the hours in between them, right? So let's do that. So time minus time. So let's say let days equal to, and this would be, today should be the larger date no matter what. Today.get time minus d.get time. Okay, it does not like date.now, so we'll just go ahead and say new date. Okay, and it still does not like today. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now we can say like if days is equal to 0, let's console.log, and it'll say post was posted within 24 hours. So theoretically, if we come into our application and inspect and go to our console and refresh, maybe we just get an undefined issue and nothing actually printed. Feed post creator TST. No. Let's see. It called this. So I guess it isn't equal to 0. What if we just console.log days? Let's see what days returns. Oh, you know what? I don't know what this tiny number is here. Oh, you know what? It's because of this. So, I don't like that. I don't like it doing that. But anyway, because we need to do a calculation. I'm just going to copy this because this is, I'm not going to know this. I'm not going to be able to remember this. So I guess if we come back into our code, so this will be time difference, right? And then we can go ahead and paste this and we'll say let days equal to math.round, and this will be time difference. Time underscore difference. And then we can console.log time difference. So this will be interesting. I'm guessing that if we get rid of the 24 or something like that, it will get us the hours, but I don't 100% know. So let's go in here and refresh. Undefined. Oh, because we need to go ahead and copy days, not time difference. Zero days and 280 days. Okay. So now we need to figure out if it's been less than an hour, if it's been less than, so if it's been less than an hour, now I gotta think about how, so if it's for days, it's 1000 times 360 times 24. So what if we say just 360,000? I think that's hours. What if we do this? I think that's minutes. I think that gets us minutes. What if we do this by 360? So that gives us 186. What is 186? That's like 3 minutes, so I don't think that's right. I'm guessing this is milliseconds. It's like, what if we go ms to minutes? $60,000. I think the time difference would be in milliseconds. We paste that. Try to run this again. Try to run this again and refresh. 12 minutes. I think that's probably, I feel like that's probably good, right? And then, so basically we can say like if, and then so minutes to 24 hours. So we can say like 60 times, let's see here. So we'll say minutes is equal to math.round this, right? So we'll get how many minutes has been between those two times or whatever. So here, if minutes is less than, and we want 1 week, I think, because if we look at what Twitter did, so it'll say hours up to 24 hours. So if it's been less than 24 hours, so if minutes is less than 60 times 24, right? Because we have the number of minutes and we have 24 hours. So if this is the case, then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to return, I think, just minutes. Let me refresh Twitter really quick to see. Seven hours. Has anyone posted in the last hour that I follow? Like, Twitter is, so it goes 40 some seconds. I'm not going to do that yet. So it just says 2M. So if minutes is less than 1 hour, what we're going to go ahead and do is say return, and we're going to return $ curly brace, and this will be minutes and then M. So now if we come back in here and refresh, it says 15 minutes ago. That's good enough for me. Cool. And then now for hours, so now what we'd want to do is we want to divide that by how many hours. So then we'll say if we're over 24 hours, although never mind, so this needs to be less than 60, right? And then if it's over 60, we can say let hours equal to math.round, and we'll round, math.round the time difference divided by, so this would be like what, 60 times 60? Would it be 60 000 times 60 maybe? I have no idea. Or we might just add a 0. So let's see, ms 2 hours. Which is, I just want to see 36,000 seconds. .6 times 10 to the 3. One millisecond. This says 2.7. I just want to see. Yeah, 60,000 is 1/6 of an hour, or 1/60th of an hour. So I'm going to times that by 60 and call it a day. So we'll say let hours equal to this, and we'll say if hours is less than 24, I guess. So if we have less than 24 hours, we'll return $ curly brace hours h, After hours, it's days, I believe. And then once we get to days, we can do a little bit easier thing. So let's see here. So yeah, up to 7 days. So now we can do, I think, like let days equal to, and we can say today. Although this might not work. Although we could do the same thing as we did before above for days, right? So we could do, how to calculate number of days. Do 1000 times this. Copy this. So we can do the same thing here. So days is equal to math.rounds time difference. I don't know why I did time difference like this. I'm not programming in Lua right now. I've been doing my Lua programming, so I've got myself all messed up right now. Time difference divided by this should get us the number of days in between. And we'll go ahead and say if days is less than 7. And honestly, you might want to say less than or equal to 7. I'm not sure. Guess it doesn't really matter all that much. So if days is less than 7, up to 7 days, then it says month and day. Or wait, no, it just says up to 7 days. So here we'll go ahead and say return, and then $, and then days D maybe. And then here we can, I guess, say like if, finally we'll say if our dates match up, so like, or years match up, so like if Alright, so my stream just crashed, so that's cool. And I have to verify myself on YouTube. That's also cool. That also means that I lost all my recordings, which is also very cool. At least it's recording on YouTube, so that's good, I suppose. But I lost my recording, I'm assuming, in here. So let's see. Let's go to my videos. I have a hard time believing today's video saved. I'm assuming that it's probably corrupted. Yep. Okay, so maybe I will start switching to the other way. So that's really unfortunate. So I guess we're gonna have to have crappy quality on this video. I'm really sorry. Let's go ahead and get everything up and running again really quick, and I'm gonna try to finish off the stream. So that really stinks that this happened, because now I'm never gonna get the quality that I want out of that video. Start up this. Go to dbeaver. Start up dbeaver. I think that I restarted the stream fast enough that it didn't really go down, so that's good. But it still sucks that I lost my recording. So let's go into Postgres and create database. I need to look into this issue as well. Twitter DB. Love to know why my computer just crashed. That sucks. Okay. Go on to IntelliJ. Shouldn't have overheated or anything. I don't think the CPU is even being pressed that hard. Probably just random. Okay, start up IntelliJ. It sucks because we were literally almost done too. And then let's open up VS Code. Okay, so we didn't lose that much on VS Code. So that's good, I suppose. npm run start. Get everything up and running again. That's really annoying, man. What can you do? Okay. Let's go ahead and log in with unknown coder. And password. All right, let's follow Rick again. Okay, then let's also make a post. Hello. Fresh. Cool. Okay. It says 0 minutes ago, it's going to be expect. All right, y'all. So if you don't know, I crashed. So sorry for the stream quality and whatnot, or the video quality. Let's go ahead and finish this up. So now if we want to go ahead and check the year difference, we want to say if d.get full year is equal to, and we're going to go ahead and say today dot get full year, then what we want to return is we want to return the month and day. So I think somewhere we have a util for this. So date utils, we have const months, and I guess day doesn't matter. I set it up as a private repository, just as a channel perk. So I'm not just going to go ahead and give it up for free because other people have already basically supported to get access to it. But all of the code is in video. So if anyone does want to go through and look through and figure out how to do it, that is possible. So the only thing I don't remember is if months is 0 indexed. That's the only issue I can't remember, but we can go ahead and bring in months, I guess. So let's import months from, this is like all the way down in, it's not in assets, not in services. Where is this at? Data? Not inside data. Where is this at? Not inside config, it's not inside features. It's inside utils. Okay. And then it's gonna be inside date utils. So, and we also need to get like the first 3, I think, if I remember correctly. So it's gonna be return $sign curly brace. So this is gonna be months, and then, excuse me, months of dot get, and I believe, is it month? And then it wants the, I think, day, right? Let's just double check. Month and then day. So yep, so then this can just be space and d.get, and then it's gonna be date, I believe. So we need to do this in separate ones. So, and then space $sign curly brace d.get date. So also this needs to be, how do we do this? It's not string.split. JS, return the first 3 letters of a string. I forget to do this. Substring. So here we're actually going to say months this dot substring and 0,3. And then finally, otherwise, we're going to go ahead and return backticks. So the last case is if it's past the year, so it's last year, we're going to go ahead and return month, day, comma, years. So same thing here. We're gonna need to do some more extensive testing on this. So we're gonna make, maybe next time, some we'll make some like test data to test all of these, but tonight I'm not gonna do this. Get date, and then we need comma, $, curly brace, and then this will be d.get full year. So Rick's tweet, I think is gonna be months, day, year, and so on and so forth, and we'll see if it's off. So May 3rd, I don't remember when this actually was posted. So if we come into here, go into posts, and so I want to see when Rick's were. So I think Rick is 2. This one says 3. Rick's 1 actually, I think, right? Rick is 1. 603. So it should be June. So yeah, this should be +1. I didn't remember if it was 0 indexed or not. So here it is 0 indexed. So this is going to be months.get date and then +1. I wish I would have done this slightly differently, but it is what it is. +1. Save that. And then, although that didn't do what I wanted because I'm in the wrong spot, this should be here. +1. This one I did put in the right spot, I think. Yeah, but it's more than a year old, or it's outside the year. So June 3rd, 2023. This one was 6 months ago. Cool. So that's everything, I think, for tonight. I think tomorrow we'll go through, generate some data, and make sure that this stuff's working. And then also we'll go ahead and debug maybe that whatever issue, the issue with the emojis, I guess. And then outside of that, what we'll go ahead and do is, let me think what else we'd want to do. Maybe start looking into setting up some other types of posts. Well, actually, maybe we start with replies, reposts, and all that, which are gonna have to trigger notifications, which I don't know if we're ready to do yet. I think for a notification, we're gonna need a WebSocket and some other stuff. So it is what it is. So yeah, but I think that's gonna wrap it up for the day. I want to appreciate you all. Sorry for the poor quality probably for this one. I crashed in the middle of my stream, corrupted my recording, and I can't use it anymore. So stinks. But I guess I will switch over to the remuxing one, and I'll just deal with the remuxing. But anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys. If you do appreciate this, or if you do enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see all the videos, I have the playlist linked below. But anyway, have a nice night, day, afternoon, whenever it is, and I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Have a great one, everyone.